Hi, my name is Kimberly, and I'm here today to talk about a life-changing experience that I had. Now, instead of this just being one moment that changed my life, I'm going to be talking about this past year that's changed my life. I started working as a registered nurse in the hospital, and this has been quite the experience. I'm going to talk to you about the position I got hired for, the unique experience that I had floating to 3 different units in 1 year, and what I learned from each unit. So, to begin with, I got hired for the float pool, which means that instead of getting trained on one unit and staying on that unit to work, I got trained on one unit and then I moved on to different units in the hospital and being exposed to more. So in the beginning, I did an orientation phase of 3 months. I did this on a geriatric floor, just working with the elderly population. It's a medical unit, very basic, relatively stable patients, and you work with a preceptor one-on-one. So that just means that a nurse works with me as I'm training and learning. She gets the same patients I do, and whenever I have a question, I can go directly to her. So this goes on for about 3 months, and I stayed on this unit. I kind of just went through the motions, learned how to do assessments, how to give medications, how to document everything, and then I felt like I was really just going through the motions and I'm not connecting the dots and not getting that emotional connection with patients, just trying to just get through my day, get through my shifts, and learn as much as I can. So after 3 months, I working on my own, and I moved to an oncology unit. So on this oncology unit, I stayed for 4 months. I was working with a lot of patients that had cancer. I worked with patients that were dying, and it really opened up my whole viewpoint on why I wanted to become a nurse, and watching people die with dignity and being able to respect so many different things. And I didn't have a lot of life experience because I'm only 22, and I felt like I couldn't give that much to patients because I didn't have enough life experience or nursing experience, or I didn't feel like I had a lot to give. But after working with these patients and talking and trying to give support and having so many of these patients thank me and just for sitting down and talking to them, it made me feel special. It showed me why I wanted to become a nurse in the first place. And then the staff on this unit, the other nurses, they were such a good support system. Even though I had just met them, they were so welcoming, and they would do anything just to help me, which made the experience that much better. So after 4 months, I left and went to another unit. Now this is a surgical unit and a little bit of cardiac as well because we have heart monitoring. Now this was a higher acuity. I was completely unaware of the patients I was working with because I was getting patients right from the operating room. I didn't know what to expect when taking care of this separate set of patients. So it was completely overwhelming experience. I had my good nights, I had my bad nights, and I finally finished out that first year, and that's when I was supposed to start floating, where every night I go to a different floor. But instead, they've actually had really low staff on the unit I'm at, so I've actually stayed on this surgical unit. But looking back at this past year and all the milestones that I've had and the challenges that I've faced, I'm really happy that I got out of my comfort zone and I went to all these different units and I faced each challenge, and sometimes I felt like I didn't have enough support because I didn't have that one person that I precepted with on that first unit. Like, she didn't see me throughout my whole journey. But I learned that instead of just having that one mentor that was assigned to me, I met such a variety of nurses that taught me so much in such a short amount of time that I know that I can continue my nursing career confidently, and this first year has made me the nurse that I'm gonna be. I can adapt to situations much more easily and readily than I would have anticipated, and I'm learning to trust my own judgment and depend on myself. So This year, although it maybe wasn't ideal when I graduated nursing school and what I wanted to do, instead of staying on that one unit and feeling comfortable, I got exposed to a variety of situations that is going to make me a better nurse in the end. So I'm definitely very thankful.